What's going on, everybody? Have you ever wondered how dangerous air gun cleaning cotton pellets really are? Because I have not. I never have until this morning. And I'm sure that there are some folks out there that maybe have came across this exact same scenario here. So I'll tell you what happened. This morning I come up to the shop and I was just going to decided to run a couple of these Gamo cleaning cotton pellets here. That I purchased from Pyramid Air really like a year ago. I've never used them, and I decided to break some out and shoot them through this platform here. This is the my Gun Sand CS-ATA. It's 22 caliber side cocking lever PCP air gun, and it's pretty high powered. It's shooting a 34 grain slug at over 800 feet per second. So 50 plus foot-pound energy gun, muzzle energy gun, and it's in what I would consider to be the high-powered the high-powered spectrum of air guns here for 22 caliber, anyways. And there are much more powerful air guns out there, but 800 plus feet per second, 34 grains is quite a bit of power out of an air gun. Anyways, so I decided to come out and shoot a couple of these cleaning pellets through the air gun. And it's a good thing that I understand key number one is always watching where you're pointing your muzzle control, and I had it pointed in a safe direction. But I fired one of these through the ground at just like a yard away from me, and was actually really surprised at what I found. It was actually kind of terrifying. It made me really think, these definitely, I would imagine, if you have some common sense, the right thing to do would just to assume that you still would have to fire these when cleaning them into a safe distance, into a safe area, in a general direction where you're not going to be hitting anything that's important to you, because this is just cotton and it weighs nothing. I imagine this weighs maybe a grain, 2 grains. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. Maybe somebody out there has some really nice precision scales and they have these and they can tell me how much they weigh roughly each. Anyhow, blah blah blah. Point is here, I just want to shoot some of these over the chronograph for you into a piece of cardboard here at a couple different paces, just right here in this little area, so that we can see the velocities that these are putting out coming out of the end of the barrel, as well as some of the damage that these are capable of producing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this. Okay, so I've moved this back. This is just a standard sheet of cardboard. Get the chronograph up for us, and what we're going to do is we're going to shoot some velocities out of this thing. I am aired maxed all the way up. This is 250 bar max fill, and we're just going to run some of these cleaning pellets through, and I'm going to show you what these things are doing. You can see the velocities, and we'll try it at a couple different paces here. So first, let's go ahead and try, and I guess I'm going to have to kind of left hand do this video for you all here. But we'll go ahead and we'll start with right here at pretty much point blank velocities and damage here. So that's 1,445 feet per second, and to be quite honest with you, even with the moderator on the end of it, that kind of cracked my ears. It makes me want to reconsider some ear protection for the rest of this video. So let me get hooked up real quick with that, and then we'll carry on. As you can see, 1,445 feet per second at point blank range with one of these cleaning pellets here. These things are doing some serious damage. Now I know that's just a sheet of cardboard there. However, I wouldn't want that to be my hand or my face or pointed at anything that was of any importance to me. So now that I got us a little ear pro here, we can step back just a little bit more and fire a few more of these little cleaning pellets through the gun sand here, and just to kind of demonstrate to you again, are these things dangerous? Well, let's get our second shot here, and actually may be able to crouch down for this one here, or sit right in the seat. See if I can get us one on here. That's 867 feet per second. So we went from pretty much point blank here, right at the edge of the chronograph here, to somewhere about, we'll say close to a yard back. Not quite, just under a yard back. 867 feet per second. Now, just to make sure that velocity won't vary here with our pellet, which they will. These things aren't shaped for weight, or, you know, they're not sized for weight and stuff like that. These are just strictly for cleaning here. And we just want to demonstrate why it's important to have these things in a safe direction here. Let's try again. Now see that there? Still roughly, still the same distance here from the chronograph, except we went from 800 feet per second to over 1100 feet per second there. And we're still up above well over 200 bar. We're going to shoot a couple more. Let's just go ahead and get us out about 5 more of these things here. Now, some of you may be curious, is this affecting anything? Because even I was thinking about this earlier here. So how about this? We'll take the moderator off the end here. Alright, so we got that going. Now you can see this is actually a fairly compact little setup here. I like it. Anyhow, so we got our next one here. And I apologize if I'm yelling at you. I really can't hear now that I have my ear protection in here. Let's see, I'm going to go back just a little bit more here. We are just going to go ahead and step it back all the way right here to the board and see if we can get us a chronograph reading. 785 feet per second still at this distance. And, you know, obviously you can see this thing is no accuracy whatsoever. And I don't know if you really could see that one there, but it looked like it was rather blown apart before it ever really even got to the paper there. So, alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'll try to load these as straight as I can possibly in here so that they're all loaded the same. I'm going to try to step right back here behind the camera, behind this board, and see if I won't mistakenly shoot my chronograph here. Let's see. Alright, here we go. I am back. I'm here. I'm just back behind the board now. I'm even going to use my red dot here so I make sure I get myself lined up perfectly. Alright, here we go. $294 feet per second. We're just going to shoot a couple more of them. Just really so we can get some velocities here. And then I got a couple of objects we're going to shoot with these so that I can demonstrate. I got a water bottle and a pair of these are riding glasses, free motorcycle here, safety glasses. So we're going to shoot these things and see what kind of damage it does. But first, let me get you a couple more here over this chronograph here and get out of the way a little bit. Let's get another couple more right here from close distance. 850. That's a lot of velocity on that. Now I know that it's a very, very, very light projectile, like I've said a million times already. However, I tell you, I wouldn't be happy about that if that hit me, or if that hit anything I cared about. Come on now. Alright, let's give it one more here and then we'll move on. 1,081 feet per second. You know, some of those cotton pellets do feel like they're denser than others, so that could definitely have a lot to do with our velocity. We're still well over we're like 230 bar here, so we're still over 3,000 psi. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and step it on up. We're about to blast us this water bottle here, and then we're going to move out there into the range, and I'm going to shoot these glasses in a little bit of a safer place. Alright, y'all, here's how I'm going to do it right here. I'm going to just set this on the edge of the table and just grab us one of these little cleaning pellets, and we're going to send it on through at pretty much point blank here, and we'll see what happens to this water bottle here. We're actually going to get us a little bit of a distance here. I think that's fair. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna back it on up. We are about a yard. This is gonna give us a yard right here. Let's see what happens. Oh man. I don't see any water coming out. Oh wow, yeah, I see where it hit. Oh, there is water coming out. Look at that. See those little bubbles there. Man, check that out. You just couldn't even tell because the cotton has, I don't know if it's just shriveled up really tiny on the inside there, but there is penetration. There's a crack in it right there. You can see it's leaking clear as day. Hey, while it's held up still, because that was quite a surprise there. I'm gonna grab us another one of these things here. Let's see. This one looks like a nice solid one. Let's just say theoretically you picked up a nice big solid one. Let's try it one more time here. Alright, I'm going to go back the same distance here, so we are all the way back here. All the way, almost barrel. We're definitely a yard away. At least a yard. Man, that thing hit. Look, here's the cleaning thing. And you know, actually, that's interesting. I don't believe I've seen any more of these out here the whole time I've done that. But this one, here it is here. Look, it's expanded, so it's stretched out really long. It didn't separate any. You can see it, obviously it's cleaning it. It's got some gunk on it, but it stayed together pretty well. And honestly, I'll be real honest with you guys, that thing's pretty solid there. I feel like that would probably hurt. That'd be like the world's worst spit wad, something like that. Except this actually has a really thin micro coating of lead and debris on it now, so yeah, definitely wouldn't want that to hit me. Let's see if anything happened this time. And let's see if I can see where it hit. Okay, this one don't look like it's this one doesn't look like it's done it much. Okay, we're just gonna move right on to it then. I'm just gonna go point blank here. We're just gonna try it out, see what happens. Here we go, ready? Yeah, wow, okay. Well, if that don't tell you much. So we were still a good distance away. Look at that. Man, oh man. Look at this. This is far more interesting than I thought. It not just did it penetrate, and check out the entry right there. Look at that entrance. Almost like a pellet hole. Straight, nice little chunk going in. You can see the wad floating around in there, but look at this. It busted the whole back end out of that thing. And so it had enough energy that it traveled through the water and was still, you know, wanting to do some damage on the way out. So that is that's mighty crazy right there. Let's go. Can we hit it one more time? Just for the fun of it, just because I want to. Can we shoot it one more time right here and see what it does? Let's go point blank. Man, that's not nice, guys. If you have that pointed in any area where your hand's gonna be or anything like that, your face, something precious to you of any sort, that's gonna be bad. That's not gonna be fun. And it's catching them in there like little worms, cotton worms. All right, enough playing with that there. Kill this piranha here before it dies. This is odd doing a video like this. I'm talking inside of my head. I don't see how guys do this on the YouTube. That's why I'm glad I like to shoot this thing with a lot of these silencers and moderators on them. Anyhow, all right, so we're gonna go out there real quick, and we got two lenses on the glasses here, so we're gonna set it up, and we're gonna try for one on one side and another one on the other side from a little bit more of a distance, and just see what this thing does, because that's it's pretty scary stuff. This guy's been just hanging out here for a while. Mostly was used to scare off people spying. I don't think it really scares anybody anyhow. We're gonna shoot him in the face right now with these cleaning pellets. I'm gonna give him one in the eye right now at point blank. So actually, let's just do the one from a little bit further back, so that there's a little bit of mystery left here. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna try to line this the best I can. All right, well, that was definitely clearly in the eye. Wow. Yeah, there's a nice mark on there now. I wouldn't want to be hit in the eye with that. And if you had the safety glasses on, I reckon you'd be better off. I still wouldn't want to be hit in the eye with that. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and give it point blank on this one right here. And there went his glasses. And actually, speaking of which, I'm just realizing that I don't have my eye protection on. So I guess I'll have to just use the squinters here. Anyways, I didn't get to see what happened there. So we'll back this up one more time here for video purposes. And let's go with it. Yeah, it's blowing those. Yeah, it's blowing those lenses straight out of there. So I'd imagine a lot of that is air pressure that is just being released straight from the end of this. I'm sure that a lot of that damage is coming from that, but I absolutely guarantee you that you would not, it even broke the frames here, blowing the glasses out, blowing the lenses out. You would not want to be hit by this, especially after seeing them go in through those water bottles. Yeah, definitely don't want to play with that. Alright, there is just one more thing I want to try to shoot right here before we close out. And it is a soup can, a tin can. And many of you can relate to a tin can. I imagine the most normal human being would probably have a can of something in their house. So you could pick this up, you could feel this, you could see with your own eyes and your hands and your senses yourself, you know, how dense the can is. And anyways, you can relate to the can. Probably a little bit better than if I was shooting riding safety glasses or something of the sort. So I'm going to shoot this can here at point blank, and it's going to tell us everything we need to know. Now, shooting a water bottle at point blank almost tells me everything I need to know, but if that just ain't good enough for you, we're about to find out. If you were cleaning this and for whatever reason you had something, let's say we'll give it a 5 or 6 inches from the barrel. Yikes. Yikes. That's crazy. That had a lot of energy. That had a whole lot of energy. That had enough energy that it went into our can. You can see all the, look at it, it disintegrated all the fibers all in the back side of the can. That is pure confirmation right there. Actually, this over here was the can, so this could have been the cleaning wad. Anyhow, that's all the confirmation I need. That's all I need to see there. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy this video. Just bringing you some fun and some education, and hopefully a reason to keep somebody's hand away from the barrel, or keep them from pointing it in a direction that probably shouldn't be pointing it. So if you're using, I don't have them out here anymore. If you're using the Gamo cleaning pellets in your air gun, especially if you're shooting something high powered, probably be a good idea to point it in a very safe direction. And as you can see from our cardboard test, shooting the safety glasses, shooting a tin can, stuff puts out a good bit of energy. So be on your P's and Q's, ladies and gentlemen. And if you like this video, I hope it brought a little something to you. Maybe you smile, maybe you're just bored, you're just scrolling through YouTube and what have you, and hopefully I consumed a small bit of your time. If I did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more. As always, we'll see you next time.